Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Former Turkey Leg Hut owner Lynn Price has pleaded guilty to burning down Bar 5015 in Houston, Texas. Let's get into this article on the FBI's website. A Houston businessman has pleaded guilty to conspiring to commit arson of a commercial building, announced acting U.S. Attorney John G.E. Mark. Lindell Leroy Price, 42, admitted he directed others to intentionally set fire to Bar 5015, a Houston business his former partner owned on Alameda Road in Houston. Shortly before the fire, court records show that the owner had declined Price's offer to buy into the bar and refused to sell his interest in the Turkey Leg Hut, an establishment he co-owned with Price. In the early morning hours of June 12, 2020, the conspirators bought gasoline and gas cans before going to an area near the business. Wearing face coverings and carrying gasoline-filled containers, they walked to Bar 5015, poured gasoline across the entrance ramp and deck, ignited it, and fled. The fire caused significant damage to the business and endangered nearby occupied homes, commercial properties, and the electrical grid. After the arson, a member of the conspiracy reported to Price that the mission was complete. The conspirators then received payment for their roles in the crime. U.S. District Judge Lake accepted the plea and set sentencing for September 25th. At that time, Price faces up to 20 years in federal prison and a possible $250,000 maximum fine. Armani Williams and Mazaya Shepard, both 27 and of Houston, previously pleaded guilty to the same charge and are set for sentencing on the same date. Price, Williams, and Shepard have been and will remain in custody pending their sentencing hearing. The judge questioned Lynn about his role in the plot. He said, "You said that you directed John Lee Price to put together a crew to set fire to Bar 5015. When John Lee Price called you at 4:47 a.m. to report that they'd set fire to Bar 5015, why were you surprised by his call?" Lake asked. Price responded that he was surprised because the call came in the wee hours of the morning and that he had been asleep. He had not awakened yet. Price then confirmed it was true, the statement was true, and that he directed John Lee Price to arrange the arson. And that's all you need to know, fam. He pleaded guilty. I heard some people saying, well, he sounded so sincere, when he said he had nothing to do with it. Full disclosure, I'm familiar with Lynn. I'm familiar with his wife. I'm familiar with Steve Rogers, his business partner. So I know all of the players involved as far as the owners, the owner of Bar 5015, who is Steve Rogers, and Lynn. This is a travesty, man. The Turkey Leg Hut was something special. It was something special, just as 5015 is something special. If those dudes could have worked it out and kept it going, man, both of those spots were super hot. 5015 is still super hot. It is a spot to go to, right? But Turkey Leg Hut, man, Turkey Leg Hut, boy, they had those lines, fam. You see that tent, that white tent there? So if you can see where George Floyd's face is along the front, that's the front of the building, not where he is in front of him, but if you make that turn right there, you go right between the tent and the building there. That's the front entrance. So all of that entrance used to have a line just up against the wall. Under that tent is several other tents that you really can't see. And it's people and tables all through there. Inside of the building is packed. And then you got a line like 4 or 5 people in a row, a line going all the way around the perimeter of that building and straight down that street, which is Alameda. That street is where you see the tree at, adjacent to the tent. That line just going forever. So Turkey Leg Hut, and the food was great. The drinks were great. The atmosphere was great. And, it was a good vibe. This right here, fam, that's Lynn and his ex-wife. I don't know if they're divorced yet, but that's Nakia. Man, yeah. What can you say, fam? Greed. That's all. I mean, I got to call a strike and a ball a ball. This boils down to greed, And the thing is, fam, is that it's enough for everybody. This should be a cautionary tale, really. It's enough money out here for everybody. That's the aftermath of 5015 after it exploded, So they set fire to the place, but it resulted in an explosion. And the arson was like, man, if there had been anybody walking around that place, if somebody was inside of that place, they absolutely would have been dead, because that explosion, they had remnants of the explosion from the remnants of the building that was found as far as like a quarter of a mile away from the building. Yeah, big deal, right? That's 5015. That's what it looks like now. And he, to Steve's credit, he rebuilt that thing. I mean, he rebuilt it. Like, he bounced right back. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And it's hard. It's different layers of this place, so it's hard to really see it from an overall standpoint. But yeah, 5015 is a vibe. Turkey Leg Hut used to be a vibe. Like, and when they was doing it, fam, boy, I was really, really proud of them, and knowing that this place was Black owned. It's not just popping. It's not just a vibe. I'm like, the food is just good. I mean, them damn turkey legs used to go hard. Stuffed turkey legs. I used to get the mac and cheese on the side, and the stuff, what was that? I used to have stuffed inside of that bad boy. Yeah, the mac and cheese, not on the side, but I'd get the mac and cheese stuffed inside of the turkey leg hut. And then they had like, they had what do you call it? Like shrimp. You could put that shrimp in, man, that turkey leg go hard. And they had like great daiquiris. Yeah, that place used to be popping. If you went there on any given day, if you didn't get there when that door opened, yeah, you was gonna have to wait in a line. Yeah. Thank God I knew somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody. But yeah, man, damn. And this ain't it. From what I understand, Lynn is facing some other charges. So you gotta say, man, if you Black in America, man, if you can help it, you do not want to go inside of that courtroom, because you're going to get hit. You're going to get hit all upside your head. And that's if you're innocent. If you are guilty, you damn sure going to jail. You're damn sure are going to get hit. Oh yeah, man, they don't play that at all. Even when they start talking about white collar crime. White folks commit crimes, man. These dudes be taking billions of dollars and get a slap on the wrist, like 3-year sentence, 6-year sentence. Black dude coming out and try the same thing. Oh man, you gone. You getting a life sentence. Straight up. Oh yeah, it is absolutely two justice systems. And I ain't making excuses for Lynn at all. Lynn knew exactly what he was doing. He knew what type of game he was playing. He knew the consequences of his actions. So, he's a big boy, So just like when I jumped off the porch and did whatever I did, I knew the consequences. So that's how it go. And they're not done. Like right now, he's facing up 20 years on that arson charge. Felon with a gun, that's another charge. And then he got some other stuff, So I actually wish dude the best. Hopefully he can get out of there and have enough time on his life to make something out of it, to really do something impactful. It's a lot of things you can get away with, but it's a lot of things you ain't gonna be able to get away with. I'm sure that it crossed Steve's mind once or twice to do something, to take a different course that might have gotten him caught up, perhaps retaliate in some type of way, I'm sure it had to cross his mind at least once or twice. But he took the high road, and look at it. It paid off for him. What he's managed to do with 5015 and Prospect Park, even his compound and the things that he do with various other venues around the city. He owns multiple venues around the city. But all of that stuff, even, what he did with being an early investor and co-owner of Turkey Leg Hut. That's why I told Steve Rogers a while back that when it comes to H-Town, he's necessary. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.